afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, March 22nd, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will have a TFCC, Time for Change call, this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we'll also have a reverse aging call at 9 p.m. Eastern on this coming Friday. Man's chief delusion in his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. Any one of us, our consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves. All that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Neville Goddard. Have you ever wondered why one person walking down a dark alley at night will get mugged while the previous person goes by untouched? Bad things may happen to apparently good people, and good things happen to seemingly bad people, all based upon the level of energy that they are vibrating at that time. We're all like these radio beacon towers that are constantly transmitting a certain frequency into the universe. Our thoughts and feelings create an energetic vibration that is sent out into this world. Now, you can argue that, your ego mind and, you argue with yourself about it, but it is fact. The vibration is then reflected back to you by the universe, producing physical results in your personal world. And, we've heard this, we've said this so many times, and it's not superficial, it is absolute. What you send out is exactly what you get back. Your body, all of our bodies are always sending out a specific frequency of energy. The frequency of energy your body and mind tend to vibrate at will attract or repel the thing you currently desire. If it is expansive, inspirational, and positive, it will magnetize similar vibrational experiences back to you, such as amazing opportunities, positive-minded people, prosperous situations, etc. Now, on the other hand, when we are sending out the energy of doubt, frustration, or fear, we tend to magnetize very difficult and challenging experiences that make us suffer endlessly. Now, we all suffer at certain times, different degrees and everything. We create that for ourselves, and a lot of us don't know it. But to suffer endlessly is not acceptable. In order to manifest what your heart is yearning for in this life, simply and consistently emit a high positive vibration. What this takes is our attention and consciousness about ourselves. This happens by tapping into those thoughts and feelings that make you feel great about life. Whatever you continuously focus your attention on is what grows and is what you'll be manifesting more of down the road. Now, we all know that we were born, we were created, our souls were created by the one God, by source creation, as manifesting machines, always moving energy into form and creating into reality. Now, we cannot stop manifesting as long as we have a body. We naturally attract whatever we are focusing our attention upon. So our bodies are like the engines of this magical machine, and our minds, the brakes, gas, and steering wheel. So the manifesting fuel is spirit, which is something you cannot lose, create, or need to fill up. It is forever flowing inside each and every single one of us. It is our essential nature. So no matter what you do, think, or believe, you can never lose the connection with this divine fuel inside you. Now, it can be buried beneath the many layers of muck created by the mind. Yet once you investigate the source of any block and truly uncover its mask, you'll discover the block was never real to begin with. It was all imagined. Only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to create things, to great things. Dennis Degerud. All of our problems are created between our ears. And to go even deeper, as great master sage Ramana Maharishi once said, all your problems stem from the belief that you were born. All of us are eternal beings, and we cannot die. So truly, we were never born. You understand that? All attachment to this body, this mind, these beliefs that we were born imply that we are separate from our spiritual source. To step into the all-powerful manifesting beings that we all truly are, we simply surrender all false ideas and be one with this source. As you devote yourself to knowing yourself as the divine, all-powerful manifesting being you truly are, you will see that anything is possible. The great manifesting master is ready to be integrated into your life. The more understanding you have about the basics and foundational manifesting principles, the easier it is to discover the manifesting master within and experience the magic everywhere you go. We always attract exactly what we most need to know and experience. Some experiences we have in this life are simply old repressed thought forms trying to bubble up from the depths of our subconscious to be healed and liberated. Now, whatever experience you manifest in this life is yours and a result of your thoughts, feelings, and energetic frequency. The fact that you are reading and understanding with yourself the information that comes in means that you are ready to receive it. When you're able to keep your mind on what you truly desire for even a few minutes, you will manifest it into your life at the speed of light. Learning how to hold your attention on one thing in a focused and yet non-rigid way for an extended period of time is your manifesting secret, your first manifesting secret. Discovering the spiritual being within you is the key to cultivating this focused attention. What is most needed to achieve this monumental feat is a gentle, curious, and constant exploration of the truth of who and what you really are. This is something that cannot be described in words, yet the adventure to reveal this great gem within it is why you're actually here. You're here in that body to discover who and what you actually are. So, your enlightening assignment. Turn your attention and open your heart towards the feelings of joy, gratitude, peace, and love. Let yourself go deeply into these positive sensations for at least 15, 20 minutes. Use your breath as your happy pump, meaning with each inhalation, breathe in joy, hold it for a moment, then exhale and release this joy, spreading it all over this world. Simply play with this exercise, and above all, always have fun. The mind turned inwards as the self turned outwards becomes the ego and all the world, Ramana Maharishi. The mind turned inwards is the self. Turned outwards, it becomes the ego and all the world. In each moment of this life, we have the choice to respond to this life from a completely new, alive, and freeing space that is born in the now. Or we can react from an older, unconscious, conditioned pattern that stems from a past story. The choice is always yours in each second if you respond from a fresh place of freedom or from past conditioning. The type of story we are talking about is not that the enjoyable fairy tale story that we all enjoy listening to around the campfire. It's that one that we drag around like an old ball and chain attached to a heavily shielded yet wounded heart. How many of us have not faced that, haven't embraced it? There's a lot of people on this planet who have an old ball and chain attached to a heavily shielded yet wounded heart. The infamous victim story is one most of us know all too well. It's the one that is fixated on how another wronged us, or how we are struggling with money, or unable to find the love of our life, or create the career we really want. We often unconsciously believe that by repeating the story over and over and over, it will help us to escape it, transcend it, or feel better about our poor, lonely, victimized self. What really happens is that by repeating what we don't want to manifest in our lives, we simply become more wrapped up in the ego's illusions of being trapped, helpless, and powerless. The good news is that you always have the power to transcend your story if you can become conscious enough to see who or what is truly creating it. It's good to know that all of your stories were created by some life event, big or small, that actually happened. The event naturally occurred. Then the mind took over and invented its special, specific, positive or negative meaning on top of the actual event. We all invite this, and it's usually not conscious. And you might want to take some time this week to write down and notice all the stories you tend to repeat in your mind and to other people. This is a very powerful, life-changing exercise. Notice if they are positive or negative stories, and who would you be without any of these stories? These stories stick because something happened in your life that your mind judged as wrong or absolutely always right, and found some sort of peace within that perception. However, when you hold on to any thought or idea about life too tightly, you become overly attached and miss this amazing universe that's happening now. Attachment, it always leads to some future suffering, and it's always your choice if you want to be free and manifest more of amazing goodies or be stuck with the same old small tune. Keeping a story from your past alive takes a lot of work, and it will drain all of your energy. Keeping a story from your past alive takes a lot of work and will drain all of your energy. What does that mean? It means living in the past. It will keep you living in the illusion and never awaken to the divinity within your being. This illusionary mind loves to create stories about stories. Heck, you may even be creating a story about this exploration of stories. The reality is that you are not this mind, nor your ego, nor your body, and certainly not an accumulation of all your stories. You are much more than can be expressed in words. Each of us, all of us, we are infinite souls beyond the ideas of freedom and love. We are and always will be so much vaster than any story our egos could invent. We will continue to exist long after this story has been forgotten by you and the world. Your being is naturally expansive and completely free. You have just been covering up your true infinite nature in stories. And the tricky part is transcending any story that our ego loves the drama of an emotionally juicy adventure. It's like chocolate ice cream to a child. Our life's traumas and deep issues are so personal, wild, crazy, and feel so real that they often make us feel unique, that we are even someone superior or special. The truth is that everyone was born uniquely super special, and we all have the same core issues deep inside. These core issues are about being unloved, unwanted, abandoned, and unworthy. These core issues for all of us, whether we accept, acknowledge, or are unconscious about it. Every one of us, our core issues are about being unloved, unwanted, abandoned, and unworthy. What a great recipe to instigate massive transformation in one's lifetime. This lifetime. Now, you may find yourself sticking to these issues because the mind gets busy entertaining the victim story instead of being truly curious about recognizing your divine infinite nature. These personal issues can make up a major part of who you think you are, so to let go of them in many ways can feel like letting go of your entire identity. If you dropped the story, you would have to do the scariest thing of all. You'd need to totally reinvent yourself. Maybe this isn't such a bad thing. You could choose to only be loved, free, powerful, and without any limitations. You could choose that. It's only up to you, each of us. Is this a challenge you would be willing to take on? Letting go of your story may feel like dying, yet in the end, there is no death without some kind of rebirth. So how does one truly transcend their story? Just watch it. Don't participate in it. Notice if you are focusing on what you want or don't want. See how present you are to the now moment, or just reprogramming yourself with more illusions from your past. The experience you have will always be created from your personal interpretation and universal perception. If you find that you are really stuck putting energy into how you aren't enough of this or that, and you may simply need some tools to shift your experience. So over the next 7 days, use all 3 of these story-stopping techniques that I'm going to share with you. If you find one that works better than the others, then use that one all week long. Yet try all 3 is see how each changes and challenges you in its own unique way. And first one, stop retelling your story. When you hear yourself telling someone your famous story that makes you feel small, powerless, or less than the divine, immediately stop yourself, even if you are in mid-sentence. As soon as you stop repeating your story, you stop giving it energy, and the story soon withers away. Imagine a big red stop sign in front of you, and simply stop the mouth from talking. Don't move a muscle. Be absolutely still and silent, and investigate deeper inside to discover where this story is coming from and what this part of you actually is yearning to feel, be, do, or have. Become an archaeologist, explorer, and start digging. If you are socializing while you are storytelling and you need some space to do the digging, gently remove yourself from the situation, go sit in the bathroom and investigate the source of this saboteur. It is worth it. These stories can ruin your life or transform it. If you take time to really look at your stories, you'll discover what it takes to transcend them completely. By simply seeing how your story is an illusion of the past that the ego is stubbornly holding on to, you are instantly free of it. Now, number 2, take 5 steps back from your story. Freedom comes from finding the space between you and your story. When your story arises and you feel it pulling you in, imagine that you are taking 5 large steps back away from your story, just as if you were stepping back from an angry person, growling dog, or some feisty child who has had too much sugar. Take one small step if you cannot take a large one, and with each step take a deep breath of air and become the observer. Only the observer. Nothing else. Look at your story like you were watching a movie or TV show. Recognize that it's just that. Some drama being played and over on your ego's video screen. Now that you are separate from the story, it is easier to see the truth of it and to be free from it. Replace your story with gratitude. When you identify the story that you are most attached to, the one that you repeat most often, each time you start repeating it, simply state one thing that you are grateful for instead. Refocus your mind on what is working in your life and what you are grateful for right in the now. There are literally thousands and thousands of things that you can be grateful for no matter where you are or who you are. You can be grateful that the sun rose this morning to heat our planet and that you have clean drinking water, or that you are breathing with life in this moment instead of dying. The list goes on and on and on. Just look around at this world. Notice the beauty, detail, and the exquisite abundance. The more time you spend in gratitude, the faster your ego stories will die and become distant memories. When you are in a place of gratitude, you automatically send out positive energetic vibrations, which in turn magnetize to you the kind of positive, uplifting things you want to manifest. Once you leave your story behind, you can see the truth of your existence and experience total freedom from your ego's suffering and limiting beliefs. This exercise will help you be liberated once and for all from your stories. And what do? You go for it. You can do it. The journey to financial freedom starts the minute you decide you were destined for prosperity, not scarcity, for abundance, not lack. Mark Victor Hansen. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we all care to do is to genuinely, completely relax our bodies from head to toe, inside and out. And only you can do that. Nobody else can. Only you can. You're the master of that body that you're in. It is a living being. So we all have these attachments, these things that we attract. It could be fear, stress, anxiety, worry, envy, greed, hatred, anger, lots of things. Why do we carry them with us? All it does is stresses the body out. Eventually the body begins to break down, organs break down. We know the story. So you let them go as often as you can. And the more you let them go, the more you do this, the more you practice this from the heart-mind. Sooner it'll become autopilot, like a filtering machine. Says that's not going to stick to me. I'm not going to grab this stress and expand upon it. I'm not going to grab this worry and expand upon it. In fact, I'm going to face him. I'm going to give him a big body hug. I'm going to give him a big smack, a big kiss, and love, and watch them just disappear, fade right out. And this is what we do to eliminate these challenges that we create for ourselves of all of these emotional attachments that can literally bring us into the very lowest vibrational frequencies. It's all about frequencies. So the body, you relax the body and you let the body just fade into the God that you are. So it's like a big easy chair, best, most comfortable thing you've ever sat on your whole life, and ease back in. And as soon as you touch your rear end to that, you just sink right away. There isn't one stressed bone in your body. There isn't one stressed muscle. You don't have, it all melts away. You can feel it just fall off of you. Any irritant, any stress, any anxiety, gone. Vaporized, vanished. So you're floating. You aren't moving. You aren't thinking. You just are. And when you do this, this is when we move into the now. Because the now is all we really have. The now stills the ego and mind, the subconscious mind. All that chatter that we have, all the thoughts, tens of thousands of them, of which most of them aren't even ours. When we enter the baby body, and then we start experiencing, listening, all these thoughts, all these comments, all these things that we're absorbing like a sponge and storing them in our subconscious mind. So we still all that. You step out of the mind and ego. You're not in it. You're watching it. And then as you lean back into the God, you're the God watching you watch it. Now the ego mind, they are great servants, can become really good servants, but they're horrible masters. We've all experienced how horrible masters they are. Like, have you seen the Tasmanian Devil cartoon? That's your mind and ego, nonstop. So in the now, the space between heartbeats, moment to moment. Some of us are drawn into the past, memories, we reminisce. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of fun. Or we wander off into the future that doesn't exist because we create our futures in our now. And we ask when and what if and how and this and that. Now, most of us don't stay too long in the past, nor the future. But some of us will stay so long in the past. The past is like an elephant graveyard. It's a bunch of carcasses and tusk and bones and hide, just endless as far as the eye can see. All of our past is dead unless you won't let it die. So some of us will take that past, we'll bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We will create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. Why do you think so many people are confused and they can't understand why they seem to end up in the same place all the time, no matter what they do? That's why. Now, those that stay in the future too long, that doesn't exist, are never focused on the now. They're always wandering off and wondering what if, when, which breeds frustration, fear, anxiety, attachment, and expectation. You see the traps, both in the past and the future? Do you see the importance of staying in the now? Well, how do you stay in the now? Because we'll still get those little thoughts that kind of pull us away. It happens. It's not a bad thing. We just float off with them. So, but the neat thing is being conscious about it. So we're conscious about it. Then we'll know. So I'm floating off into these thoughts. No biggie. I'll just focus on my breath. And our breath is divine positive energy. It sustains the vessel that houses the kingdom of God within it. It focuses us, relaxes us, eases us, strengthens us. It's very powerful. So when we focus on our breath and we're wandering off, we're in the now every single time, without fail. And no matter how many times those thoughts bring you away, focus on your breath. You could do that anywhere. You could be at a party, you could be at a library, you could be driving. Just focus on your breath. You'd be amazed what happens when you get acclimated to that. So your body is completely relaxed in the easy chair of the God that you are. You're in the now, moment to moment. And you're focused on your breath. So you see your body. You're not in the body. You're outside of it. You're watching. That's it. You're not participating. You're just spectating. You're just watching. And as you look at your body and you see in that body are 7 etherical energy vortexes, colored wheels of light. And they start from your base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. And the colors are so deep and rich, and nothing like you would see here on this planet. And they're kind of vaporish. And each one is a flower, different flower, and a different geometrical shape inside the flower. And these connect you to your soul, to the astral, spiritual, all the particles of existent planes, realms, period, and beyond. They connect to your organs in your body, your emotions, your direction, quite extensive. So you see the red wheel of light. This is your root chakra. This is your Muladhara. This is our career, money mindset, sense of belonging. It's our survival. And it is blocked by our fear. Then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is our pleasure center. This is our sexuality. This is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. And it is blocked by guilt. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light. Willpower. Solar plexus chakra. Manipura. It's our personal power. It's our ability to channel. It is our ability to be confident through the heart-mind in the flow of our lives. And it is blocked by grief, by shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. This is our heart chakra, our anahata. It is our ability to love, relationships, self-acceptance. And again, blocked by grief. And we move to the blue wheel of light. This deals with our truth. This is the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. It's our self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. And it's blocked by lies. We move to the indigo wheel of light. This is the ajna, the third eye chakra. This is our intuition, sense of purpose, direction in life. And it's blocked by illusion. And then to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara. This is the connection, the highest chakra, connection to the divine. Our ability to totally be fully connected spiritually. And of all things, this cosmic flow of energy is blocked by ego attachment. You'll be amazed when you finally come full circle and realize that once you stop dragging around your guilt, your frustration, your shame, your grief, your fear, your lies, your illusion, your ego attachment, you will absolutely be cosmically free, universally, forever. So we notice that this energy flowing through the chakras, these energy vortexes, our chi, this is our chi or ki or prana, our God force, love, light energy. And we're like a fountain. We have these colored wheels of light going center of our body, and we have this auric field, and we have this shower of energy. It flows out of our head all the way back down to the tailbone, all the way back up through our body through these energy vortexes. Now we see this, and so we take our divine positive energy, our breath, and we join with the God force, love, light energy. It's this perpetual fountain. So we bring these energies to the top of our heads, and we hold them just briefly. We are love, we are light, we are God. And in that brief moment, we compress and condense these energies into pure, omnipotently powerful liquid energies. And we release them over our pineal gland. Our pineal gland, while we're in this physical body, is really important for us. Because when it's fully functioning, none of ours are yet fully functioning. But when it is, It connects us to all the particles of existence. To everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing and beyond pure consciousness. So it's one heck of a gateway for us. Now, you can view it in your heart, mind, motion picture, of which you're the producer, the director, the choreographer, the actor, the actress. You're everything in that heart, mind, motion picture. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into a fully blossomed, massive rose with multicolored petals and a wonderful fragrance. And it sends out these shimmering waves that soak me, that penetrate me inside and out, head to toe. And the feeling through my heart, mind, with each wave is profound, deep, eternal love, pure, deep, eternal peace and gratitude. It's magna glorious. It is almost beyond words. And then I discover that I'm the rose, and the rose is me. And we're consciously aware that we all are of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. It cannot be argued. It is. These bodies we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the higher self, the soul, the spirit, the pure consciousness, the God, all one. We are literally heaven on this earth, each and every single one of us. And every step we take, we are creating paradise. We cannot not. And we've learned to shine our God force, love, light energy that's deep at our core, our soul, outward, flooding everything. All life, the highest supreme value in the universes. All of our brothers and sisters, from head to toe, inside and out, whether they're awake, half awake, or asleep. This is eternal. This is always flooding this planet endlessly with our pure, deep, eternal love. The highest of the highest, high vibrational frequencies. So you have this planet, and you have billions of little gods that make up the one God, who are heaven on earth and creating paradise, and the planet glows with our light, with our God force, love, light energy. This planet can be seen from anywhere. And this glow continues to intensify and continues to expand. Because each time one of us wake up, it adds to that light. And we're lifting the very frequency of this planet and this civilization. It is being lifted higher and higher and higher into deeper eternal love and gratitude and peace. It cannot not. Each of us affect several million on this planet. Think about that. Feel it through your heart, mind, motion picture. See it. Because you are it. Well, we're all parts of the collective consciousness. The God. The one God. Some of us are asleep. Some of us are awake. Some of us are awakening. but we're all one. So we communicate with other parts of ourselves that are awake. All the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Several civilizations, different ones. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all light energy beings out there, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. And they come in the gigaplex. This one gigaplex fills this entire universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Uncountable numbers. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 civilizations travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the feline Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in uncountable numbers, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming this circle of light. And the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. They come in the trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never, ever seen before. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with, the fairies, sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they are with us now, consciously. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we're all gathered in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify. And it continues to expand. Immediately, all of us form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet, or the Gaia Arya, in this now, in this meditation. This is the light that we are. This is the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love. This comes from the soul within us, from the God source, from pure consciousness. And we shine it outward. And we're flooding all of our brothers and sisters on this planet, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside down. The endless, always, eternal. And this light is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It'd take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even come close to its radiance. And we're flooding everything with it. Changing the very fabric of existence into higher and higher and higher frequencies of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, peace. Feel it through your heart, mind. You are it. And we begin to ascend above this planet. As soon as we begin to ascend, we're met with a massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Trillions of vibrantly colored lights flashing every which direction. The hundreds of millions of us here, on and off this planet, in all existence, in all consciousness, as part of the collective consciousness, part of the one God. We're all teachers for each other. We're all students for each other. We are all learning, whether consciously or unconsciously, from each other. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. And we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. This armor comes from the God source, our soul, deep within these bodies, the core of our existence, divine perfection. This armor cannot be penetrated. None of us can be harmed. No entities, no demons, no attachments, no possessions. Nothing can harm us, ever. But only you have the power, only you, that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, your hatred, anger, greed, deception, manipulation, worry, stress, fear, anxiety, envy, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized and no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the sun, the sunlight, rain, the rainbows. We are the sun sets, the sun rises. We are the trees and the forest. We're the soils. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the animals. We are the beaches. We are everything. So the next time that you're in awe of such beauty as a sunset or a sunrise, as an ocean front, whatever it may be, it is you that's the beauty. It is you that's the divinity that you're in awe of. We continue to ascend above this planet. As we do, some of us step outside our physical forms to float effortlessly above. If we're carrying physical form, we come across this massive crystalline light tower. We created this. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column is this oblong sphere. It houses a golden yellow bowl white of light, glittering and shimmering, sending out these massive waves, penetrating, saturating us all head to toe, inside and out. And surrounding it, the same thing is happening with these multicolored rings, all sending this shimmering light, these waves out to us that saturate us head to toe. And the golden white yellow bowl of light is deep eternal love. And then comes gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, and well-being, great wealth, abundance, prosperity, total ease. In all of this is us. These waves are us. It's a God within us. At the top, we designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, flooding everyone and everything, all life, the highest supreme value universe, flooding this planet, head to toe, inside and out. All life with this ocean of pure, deep, eternal love. Always. We're all drops of this golden ocean. We all contain the essence of this golden ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We look and we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It holds nearly 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Always. All of the highest high of intent, of deep eternal love, of pure gratitude and peace, coming from hundreds of millions of us on planet and off planet, in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. Connected throughout existence. All of us who are awake in the collective consciousness, focusing everything on the liberation of this little blue planet, cannot not be liberated. Full swing of liberation, we're all witnessing it. We're witnessing the gods that we are, and lifting the frequencies of this planet and civilization into pure bliss, pure harmony, of deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to grow and expand. Abundance is the inherent nature of this universe. We live in a truly abundant universe where there is a plethora of things, ideas, love, money, friends, and opportunities all around us. Even though you may not feel it all the time, this abundant universe is always available to each and every single one of us right now. I'll join you in a meditation. Return to close us out.
Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly, easily. The word abundance comes from the Latin root meaning to move in waves, undulate and flow. To move in waves, undulate and flow. This means that to tap into this abundance is to let yourself move, undulate, and flow with this life. What we believe to be true moves through the lens of our mind as living energy and becomes the reality of our lives. If we believe ourselves to be limited, we get to be right about that. But it is not our ultimate truth. Mary, Mann, and Morrissey. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. And we'll be back here Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.